Hey, it's Eric, and welcome to day number 5, I think we're on. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 different tools that I use or websites that I use to actually create my designs. And I hire out all my designs. I am not a designer. Unless I'm creating a simple 1 or 2 word text design, I'm not going to create it myself. Even text designs, I now outsource to my designer because it's so cheap. There's no reason for me, not being a designer, to actually create these designs myself. And if you're not a designer yourself, you should probably not be creating the designs either. You want to be running this as a business, so eventually you're going to have to hire people to create your designs for you anyway, so you might as well start early. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 different sites. 2 of them I don't actually use that much anymore. I have used Fiverr in the past, and I'll talk a little bit about the 2 websites that I've used in the past. The one that I use now is probably the best one and has the most people available, and you'll probably get the best price per design. So we'll go through that as the 3rd tool. But basically, if you want to make something quick, I've used this for YouTube thumbnails before. I've used it to create mockups before, but Fiverr, all you got to do is search for the service that you're looking for. So if it's t-shirt design, you just search for it and it'll bring up a ton of people that will be willing to create t-shirts. Now, some of these are pretty expensive because they are original drawings. Like this is an illustration type thing, so it's going to be $60. But if you wanted to do $5 designs, then all you got to do is put your max at $5. You can put in you can sort it by seller details too. So if you wanted to go with top rated or level 2 sellers, you can do that. And now we're down to about 900 people. And if you wanted to just do local sellers in your local company or country or whatever, now we're down to 3. So we've got 3 choices here, and that's probably not going to be something that you are going to look at and say, hey, they make great designs. So you could expand it to, around the world, which is fine. A lot of these designs are good. Just to let you know that the designs that they have on their image here may not be their own designs. So the image that they put in front may be an image that they just found online. So you got to go through and make sure and look at some of the designs that they created themselves and had reviews from. So this one is an actual design that this person created, and so is this one because it was a review. You can see the review text here on the bottom. So is this one, and this is some pretty good artwork. So I don't know what they were gonna do for $5. Obviously it's just going to be a black and white illustration, which is fine. I think for t-shirts, at least, you can get away with using just white on your t-shirts. So this is someone that could possibly be of interest if you're looking for illustration type designs. So basically with Fiverr, you're going to have to sort through all of these. I've used this Kumar guy before. He's okay. In general, I don't use Fiverr for designs. I did use them for my Meat Grilling Maniacs brand lately with some new designs that I created, and let me show you what they look like quick. So these are the designs that they came up with. I went with 2 different people from Fiverr, and they created this chain smoker, this Making Bacon, and this one, I forgot what that says, smoke them if you got them. And then another person did these 3. This is my meat smoking shirt, smoke them if you got them, and the rub my butt one. So these, they're not very detailed at all. They were very simple, which is how I wanted them. And if I were to do this again, I would go with the guy that made these 3 because they look a little more high quality than the other 3. But this is exactly what I was looking for, so that's why I went with Fiverr, and I did pay around $50 or $60 for these. Actually, I think I paid $5 each, so it was probably around $35 with the Fiverr fees. So as far as Fiverr goes, I don't really use it that much, but this is definitely a place that you could look into. You're going to pay a little more per design than you will with the 3rd site that I'm going to talk to you about. So the second one that I want to show you is onlinejobs.ph, and basically what this is a lot of people from overseas, mainly the Philippines, India, that type of thing. They are freelancers on this website, and you pay them monthly. So whatever monthly rate you hire them for, that's what you'll pay, and then they'll do the work for you, and they can work up to so many hours. They can work part-time for you or full-time, and you basically pay monthly. I haven't used this in quite a while. I used this many years ago when it was way different than what it is now. I don't even know if the same guy owns it right now as he did back in, I think it was like 2011 or 12 when I was using this. So it's changed quite a bit. But this is something that I've heard that a lot of people have some really good success with, especially if you are uploading lots of designs, meaning you're uploading them to like Merch by Amazon and Etsy, maybe even Redbubble. If you need a lot of different designs, this is definitely something you could go with. But my best advice to you is just to create an Upwork job post. So what I do is I create a job post for whatever job I need. So I have right now in my Merch by Amazon and Etsy business, I have 4 different people working for me. 2 of them are designers and 2 of them are keyword title creators, basically. They create my titles and my descriptions for my listings. So I don't have to do that stuff. All I have to do is really manage and upload the designs. When you sign up for an account with Upwork, basically you want to create a client account, not someone who's a freelancer, obviously. But once you have your account, you can start posting a job. Now, when you post a job, let me give you a couple tips to get the best designers and the cheapest cost. So here are some of my job postings. And as you can see, this one says 1,000 designs needed for t-shirts. Now, the reason you put so many designs in there, even if you don't need them right away, is because you can have a high budget for your project. And when freelancers see that you have a high budget, you're going to get a lot more proposals for your project, which means you're going to have a lot more competition, which in turn will give you the best prospects. So here is one of my projects that I posted about a year ago, and it's pretty simple. It just says I'm looking for someone who is creative and can make pop socket designs, because I upload a lot of pop socket designs. I had a fixed price of $1,000, and I needed a total of 5,000 designs, which means if we get out the calculator, our cost per design was 20 cents. So when I started this listing a year ago, I actually hired a couple people and they make my pop socket designs for 20 cents each. So that's how you want to set up your listing. You want to set up, say, if you want to pay $5 per canvas art design, if you're selling canvas art, you want to set it up where, okay, I need 100 designs and I'm willing to pay $10 per design. That means you need a $1,000 budget, because whatever your budget is, though, that is what is going to be proposed to you for the most part. Some people will give you a little bit higher bid. Some people will give you a little bit lower bid, maybe because they're newer. The people who give you a higher bid are basically trying to get your fixed price, get your budget, get the entire budget, because they do charge the freelancers 20% or something like that. They charge you a little bit extra when you create milestones, and I'll talk about milestones in a second. They charge you about 3% for basically a transaction fee. So if you pay your freelancer milestone $100, you're gonna be charged $103, just so freelance gets their $100 after transaction fees, and then the freelancer will get $80. So that's the reason you'll see a little bit higher prices possibly, but for the most part, people will be bidding based on your budget. So make sure you put in how much you want to pay per design, no matter what you're creating, whether it's pop sockets, t-shirts, phone cases, wallets, whatever you want your budget to be per design, put it in there. So let me talk about milestones for a second. When you go through, you can invite freelancers. Let me talk about the reviewing proposals first and hiring somebody, and then I'll talk about milestones. When I go through and look at my proposals, I look at 1, are they within my budget? Yes. 2, have they earned something on the platform? Yes. Do they have a good job success rate? Yes. If the job success rate is, 80, 90, 100%, I usually make sure that they have all the other criteria that I'm looking for before I actually message them for a test run. So this job posting is not live anymore, but if I did have a live job posting, there would be a thumbs up or thumbs down button. And in my job post, I would actually put in a keyword of some sort for them to put at the top of their cover letter. So if the keyword was panda or something like that, I would make sure that they have panda as the first word of their cover letter, because that's what I told them to do in the job post. If they don't have that at the top, that means they didn't read the job post carefully enough. And if they didn't read the job post, I'm not going to want to hire them, because most likely they're going to be not easy to work with for the most part. And that's not true for everybody, but that's just what I do. So if you want to put a magic keyword in there, I don't know why I said magic, but if you wanted to put a keyword in there to put at the top of their cover letter, I think that's a good idea. Like this one was MBA for Merch by Amazon. This person put it up there. This person put it up there. This person did. This person did. The person at the top did not, which means this cover letter could be just a copy and paste type thing, because I know they only get so many proposals that they can do every month before they have to start paying for them. So if they're not going through and creating a cover letter based on my job post, then I really don't want to work with them in the first place. So I would give them a thumbs down, and I would just go through there. Have they earned something? Do they have good job success rate? Are they within my budget? Do they have the keyword? Yes, then I would shortlist them. Once I have 4 to 5 people shortlisted, I would go into my shortlist and I would message them and I would say, hey, can I do a test run with you? I'm going to give you a few designs. I'll pay you for them. And I'm just trying to figure out who I want to work with for this project. You would do that with all 4 or 5 people. You would actually pay them. So you would hire them and then create a milestone, which I'll talk about in a second. And the milestone is just going to be a test run. You would give each designer the exact same design. So you can compare 4 or 5 people at one time and then say, okay, I want to go with this person, or I want to go with 1 or 2 people. You can hire more than one person per job post. So once you have that, once you have someone hired, you don't actually have to pay the $1,000 up front. You pay them in milestones. So let me go in and show you kind of what that looks like. So here's someone that I have been working with for quite a while. This is a pop socket designer, and I've paid him $373 so far, and I have a $1,000 budget, and there's $20 that he's working on. So he's working on these fishing pop sockets right now, and he has 16 other milestones created. And as you can see, I work on basically a weekly basis with all my designers. So what I do is I would give them a bunch of design ideas every single week, and they would go in and do them in a shared spreadsheet. So I would create a Google spreadsheet or a Google sheet. I would share it with them. I would have all the design ideas up there ready to go. All they would have to do is create the designs every single week, and as they do that, I pay them. So I paid $8 for the first 40 designs. I paid $28 for 142 pop socket designs. I paid $40 for 200 pop socket designs. I paid $20. As you can see, there's 16 other pop socket designs that he's working on. This is the one he's working on right now, or that he worked on before. He has something that he is working on right now, which is the fishing ones up here. So once he's completed that, he can message me and say, hey, it's complete. Then I review it. Once I review it and actually approve all the designs that he created, then I can go ahead and pay him for the work that he's done. I don't actually pay him the $1,000 up front. I work in the milestones. Usually every week I give him new designs. And then once I review them and make sure that there's no changes to be made, then I would pay him for it. It's as simple as that. And it's really easy to work with, because once you have your spreadsheet set up with your designer, you can go in and just tell them, hey, I updated the spreadsheet, you create a milestone, and there you go. So Upwork is the place that I use every single week, and it's highly recommended. If you wanted one-off designs, you could use Fiverr, or if you needed someone every single month to do a particular task for you in your business, you could go with onlinejobs.ph. Now, I just wanted to give you a reminder that the Print on Demand Academy $249 lifetime deal does end Tuesday, October 20th, which is this coming Tuesday. So if you want to learn basically everything step by step, what I'm talking about in this 7-day series, make sure to join and take advantage of the lifetime deal. Inside the Academy, you're going to learn how I created my little niche brands and was able to sell $26,000 with one single design, $4,800 in the baseball niche that I was in, or that I am in. And you're going to get all the things that I know that I have in my head for the past 5 years. So you're going to learn how to build a brand from scratch. You're going to learn how to actually sell your products. You're going to learn how to sell on Etsy and Amazon. Everything is included, including a weekly case study. So every single week I post new videos about the Meat Grilling Maniacs brand that I created in the 6-week branding bootcamp section. So every week you're going to have new videos. You're going to check out what I'm doing with my brands. I show you everything behind the scenes. And then every month I go live and hold a Q&A. So if you're interested in joining, make sure to join before Tuesday. And we'll see you in tomorrow's video, where we're going to be talking about specifically Etsy and Amazon and how to do keyword keyword research and really keyword optimizing your listings. All right, thanks for watching. See you later.